Hey everybody, this is Al here. Welcome back to another episode of Radiation Vomiting Not Included. Wishing everyone a happy New Year's. It is New Year's Eve for me and probably for all of you. Brings all the joys and wishes that you had in 2023, or maybe not. Anyways, in this episode, it's where I just finally head off to Attila, to the water planet, and begin to start to carve an existence out over there with the hopes of one day tapping into all that juicy water supply that waits there for me. As always, do me a great favor for New Year's Eve. You can wish me Happy New Year's by hitting that like button. Consider subscribing and leave a comment. Other than that, we hit our subscriber goal of 50 subscribers. It's 50 more than I thought I ever would have. So that's great news, and I hope it keeps growing. The next goal is 100. So anyways, enjoy the video. Okay, so we've solved a bunch of issues. First thing is we've changed the Radbolt rocket over to have the Trailblazer modules because we will go for our Wattilla mission very soon. We've just been waiting on the berry sludge to get completely topped up. Turned off all my other rockets for berry sludge just because I got to get this one loaded, get it on its way. So far, if the water, everything here is sort of stabilized where I've got my water is online and this one's back online, so it's this one pumping. So I've been selectively shooting water from our base, but monitoring it very carefully. So what had happened is I filled all these up full. This was all full of normal water and this full of polluted water from this geyser. And then once this was all full, I then allowed it to be fired to the other side until it emptied, and then I cut it off because I don't want to run out of water over here. So I'm tempering it very carefully. I've been using some of this water as well. Got these sleet wheats are pretty much online. They're going to drop soon and more berry sludge will be created. And once that's done, I can start getting this ready to go. Now, the plan is to take this rocket and I'm going to bring one construction type dupe and an operator dupe, just because I want to be able to build whatever I need on Wattilla with no problem. And then I'm taking a bunch of materials with me, so I've got some gold, iron ore, steel. This has got steel in it. This has glass for building solar panels. So just getting this all ready. Over on Soilala, we just pulled out. Got a lot of stuff built, got this Radbolt top-up system ready to go, been firing water in like crazy. So this has come back online, plus all the water we've been adding, shooting over is got this to a nice level. Everything over here is functioning as expected. Refined our whole oxygen system a little so that in order to make sure the base is getting enough, we have it where the one line will try and insert into it as well. So it's operating. It's operating at the efficiency where what we're using. This has to stop. I was just draining some stuff out and forgot about it, so I've been wasting oxygen. So anyways, whatever. That's from the main base. It doesn't matter. So the oxygen inside the base is now all pressurized. Temperature is reasonable. So all this is just basically working perfectly fine. Still doing the geotinners. We're going to do that till we run out of bleach stone. Might as well for this cycle. And we're starting to store the gases up. I did finish all the lines for all this, where we're doing it for the most efficiency of not wasting power with this system. So we've got this going proper. They're all jammed up. And then, like I said, we got the batteries set up so that this one is set 90-60 to prioritize this, and then the next fallback is this one for hydrogen set 65-40, and then lastly is the coal set to 45-10. And with 3 batteries, it regulates pretty good. So we're primarily burning natural gas, but once some of these vents go offline, we'll have to start tapping our reserves, because right now I have all 3 of them are active. So we're at like the peak right now. Everything is active across the board and both asteroids as far as geysers and vents go. So you can see we are starting to store up some gases, which is good. That means that I'm, power positive right now. Need to store up enough so that when the geysers do go offline, that it's able to tap into these and use that to keep everything running without running out. So really just taking out everything that's being produced as fast as possible. So I believe it'll be more than enough. Well, I'm prioritizing these, because there's 2 natural gas vents, number one, so it's the thing we have the most of, but also because it does create some polluted water, and then we turn that into water and purify it just by dumping it in the steam room. So maximizing that as well. So it's really been a lot of tweaking everything to the maximum. Lastly is whenever the asteroid comes and all the water gets deposited, and it got a flow down system where it all lands here, and then this pump adds it. So anywhere water is being possibly produced, we're able to get it. It's still not enough. It can't sustain itself. We do need to go to Watilla. And when we look at Watilla, we can see that I see some algae and water and some rock and stuff, but I do not see any mineral type resources. I know there will be some on here somewhere, but if it's not easy to access, that's why I'm bringing a lot of materials with me. And then if I have to, of course, I can set up a beacon and shoot more materials of whatever kind I need once they arrive. So I'm pretty sure I can come here and in one single trip set everything up that I need to over here for a continuous water supply that will run to Soilola and just solve that whole water system. If that's true, if I can get that wired in, then I think that we're finally done over here, and that the majority of all this will just self-sustain and run on its own, and there should be no reason to ever really return here other than to finish off this guy when I ever get around to it. Still have to do the food. One more, I need spicy tofu. Literally waiting till the printing pod gives me. Oh no, I've done spicy tofu. I need to bring Frostburger and some surf and turf, and I'll just have to make those at the other, just load them in the next rocket that comes. And I'm probably going to do that for the next trip and just be done with that. The thing is though, is that when I do it, I'm pretty sure he's going to exit, and now I'm going to have him as a dupe. So I also need to then bring him out of here because he's not going to be staying here. So I'll have to get him back to my other base, which is not part of the stepping stone plan right now. The stepping stone plan is to come here, refuel, maybe do a couple quick little errands that have to be done, and then off to Watilla for that mission. This system is still going great. It's quite cool, as you can see. Tons of hydrogen. Don't believe I'll ever burn through it all. So it's just a matter of just measuring all the resources, and finally getting to that project over in Soilala is going to be done soon, and hopefully Watilla doesn't turn into another extensive project because I want to get that wrapped up. Then I want to do some things at the base. I want to change this whole system to a better oxygen system and hopefully free up some room, condense it, whereas maybe I'll put more generators in if I want. I'd like to get 3 more in here and have the other oxygen system wired in. The reason I really want to free up some room is I want to be able to make this kitchen 2 levels in here so that I can have more control flow over the various products that are being made, right? Having a stove for barbecue, a stove for this, this for this, so that then it can all be tied to automation to a fridge, so that if Frostburger or Frost buns are completely full, stop making them, right? Or if barbecue is completely full, stop making it, right? Because right now they're just making it as they feel, and I'm always playing with the priorities and stuff to point them in the right direction. So not an ideal kitchen. It's really the kitchen I've had since I've started this run. I could expand it over here perhaps, but I don't really want to change this around too much. And so I figure if I can get a better oxygen system wired in, I'll gain a bunch of room and then allow me to make a more elaborate kitchen with more automation control that's going to work a bit more efficiently. The crew has arrived over the Soilala. This thing has been more or less wired in. I'm going to fire some extra wart seeds over here so I can get these going and get it powering up even faster. Right now, though, they're just busy doing some odds and ends around as they wait before we make the next leap to Watilla. I love this Darth Vader skill levels. this guy is just on fire. If we look at, first of all, why he's such a powerful dupe. He has the love for digging all the way across the board, construction all the way across the board, number one. He's into cooking too. Too bad that that'll never happen. But then we just go and look at the bio, right? And so he already has the sunny disposition from the recharge things from the facilitators, beefsteak, and deep diver's lungs. So he's got all three of the major buffs from those things, right? And then, of course, he's running around with of where it is. Yeah, no, he has it, so he has that going as well. Yeah, so look at his skills, right? His construction's 19. It's still not maxed out. Skill level 13, he's one of my main, since day one, he's one of my main construction guys. That's how slow construction is, and all he does is run around and do construction constantly, and yet he's still only a natural 13 on it. But at least with his extra skill points, he's got an extra 6 points. Digging, it's the same thing, right? Like his skill level is 6. It's so slow to raise it. It really is unbelievable how slow these two skills go. But he's pulling off a 22 because of his various skills. Athletics is awesome on him. Why do we have -6? I thought when you got the skill in Atmos suit wearing. No, I guess not. I guess you just get -6, but then you're getting up to +2. So it's 28 strength. Yeah, anyways, he's a good dupe. He's a good dupe for working on the other planets and stuff. So just wish those skills are just so slow to raise. Maybe now that he has, like, the thing is, from the maximum aptitude, he gets at least he gets some science where he had a 0 science for, so maybe he'll learn things a little bit faster. Anyways, so just cleaning up some stuff, waiting for this to fire up. I don't know if these are my seeds. No, it's just water. Oh, I see my seeds. There we go. So we can get those planted. Yep, they're all here. Perfect. 9. Copy settings. You know what? Let's make that a 10. Let's get this done fast. And then the question, of course, is, does any of these guys, are they allowed to do farming? Because I probably have it locked off. Vader, farming. Well, he can do it. You do this. You can prioritize on the farming for now and get that ready. And then we'll turn that back off, or maybe we'll leave it at baseline, because it's going to have to be. I'm going to have to set up an automation thing here. But although we'll only be refueling when someone's here, so I think it's just one of those things where I'm going to worry about it as it falls off. I definitely don't want her ever thinking about doing any other forms of farming. So these are all set up now, and we should be able to start to achieve, 100, 200 a cycle. It'll take a cycle or two to top it up, but that's perfectly fine. I started moving some more water over again as well. As you can, that way there's some cooling going on throughout the whole thing, because I guess you could maybe background tile this, and the Wheezeworts might also keep them cool. Again, it's not important because I got the conduction panels, so yeah, we'll wait until they have filled everything up with fuel. Shouldn't take very long. We need to get 600 in there, so they'll be here for a couple cycles, and that's perfectly fine, because I have some things that I want them to. Okay, this can go back to being normal. Not shipping anything anyways, so we'll just take that off for now, just to be sure. And we're starting to fill. We're going to go try and get more water with this again as well in the meantime. So we've got all our algae is stored up. The food is slowly coming in. And I'll probably run another mission on this one as well. Just waiting for the food, though, to get filled up. And as well as this one eventually, where it's dormant right now. And I've turned off its food delivery till the others are full. But we got all our Atmos suits capped back up again. So it's more or less ready to roll as well. The question is where, because at this point, I need to breach the surface on Watilla with that crew and do that. This has nowhere to go right now. I don't need it to go back here because the majority of the work is now finished. And anything that I am last minute tweaking right now, I'm going to be doing it with the two guys that are here while I'm waiting for everything. What are the chances? Give me a wart seed. Come on. No. Building, farming. That's not bad. It's got quick. He has decreased construction, but he's got building. Great. That's wonderful. Digging, farming, supplying. This might be a farmer. This guy maybe would be okay to take at the other planet. Over on River Silo. We've been dormant here. Let's pick up this guy. There we go. So, welcome MD Savage 32 to your new personal hell. You'll be in charge of farming food and idling until your skills grow to such a level that you become useful. And maybe every now and then you'll spin the wheel to get some athletics, but you're part of the crew now. So this is one of the early commentators. I just basically, when I get new dupes, I'm naming them after people who comment on my videos. But some of the people who back in the very earliest days commented, I'm giving priority before I just start doing more random picking of names. So I haven't taken a dupe in a while, so here we go. We've got a commenter as part of the base. So that's 3 of you that have joined the ranks. So he should look how slow he is. What are you going to do? Hat on, farming hat, and okay. Oh, how wonderful. Feeding the fish. You know what? You don't need to do that. This is for the achievement. We're not domesticating these fish. Let's just tell them to deconstruct that. What I need you to do, my friend, is to start farming. All these plants are having a terrible go, and I don't know why. I assume that they need fertilizer. I would bet that's what it is. You've only got 30 tons of dirt. It should last for a while, yeah. So you'll get busy working away, and the only problem is that there's probably no food over here at all. So hopefully you're not going to starve to death too quickly. If there's a problem with food, I'll figure something out and I'll... Well, you got something. Oh, you got finally grub fruit. Yeah, you should be fine. Should be fine. Let's just check his consumables, though, to make sure he's allowed to eat the things that are available. You definitely need to be able to eat this. You need to be able to eat meat, grub fruit. Meal, ice, grunt. Yeah, that should do. Oh, fish fillets. That's right. I'll let you tell her we get a cook over here. Yeah, it'll be a raw diet. So, and whatever this one is as well. All right, you should be okay. Yeah, get that athletics up. So, and Saj is starving. Why? What? How? Where are you? Why are you starving? Why are you... Oh, because you are not part of this crew, and we had switched you over. I bet that is very distressing for you. So you don't have access. Always something. Okay, there you go. There you go. That'll work. So we are getting close to being slowly filling up. Now that this should be, yeah, about 3 cycles, 2.5 cycles should be filled up. And just looking for any last minute things I want to do. So I've made this whole water run quite evened out. And again, like this, there's nothing you can do. It has to have some, so that basically when more gets added to it from the meteors, then it flows. So you just get a baseline. This will always remain here, but now whenever meteors crash, whatever amount gets dumped is going to flow down here and get pumped in the system. We are still looking good on the water. I'd like to get it a little bit higher overall. but we're doing the best we can. Everything else is looking good. The oxygen is looking good. Power systems, we can see that we've got some fuel building up. Not wasting any, that's for sure. So these can vent as much as they possibly can. We got a dormancy in 22 on it, and then this one is in 4.2 cycles. So it's about to go offline, and then this one 30 cycles. So we are about to hit a dormancy period, and I would say for what we're trying to do here, I don't think we've saved up anywhere near enough gas. I mean, we'll see, but I really don't think we've saved up enough. Coal reserves are getting very low, and so could be a tough one. Perhaps I didn't quite get this online fast enough to maximize taking all the gas out of it that I could, but it could just be a matter of that I'm burning too much power to make it through the downtimes. If that's the case, then I'll have to come up with another solution, and that might have to be where we get some solar going on over here as well. Just not sure. I was hoping that the gases was going to be enough to get us through the cycling. So that should mean then that if I can find any coal anywhere on this map that I haven't mined out, I should get my guys mining that out before they head out. And I think there's some there, just so that we can be sure that the coal can help us get through the bad times, so which are about to happen. All right, we're mostly fueled up here. We're gonna have to stop here on the way back regardless, so we have enough to get there and back. So I think it's time to head out, mostly because the jobs that I had them doing, they've more or less completed. I'm running another thick power line through down to here so I can get these things attached to the main grid instead of them hooking into their own lines and causing some damages to the different wires. But that's not urgent. Everything else is pretty much set up to go. I could start mining more stuff out, but really I don't have anything urgent I want to do, and this is fueled, so we'll just change our destination. Double check that my math is correct from here. Yeah, so 7 of them. Yeah, so 8 in and 8 out. So they have enough. So it's going to go to orbit, and we'll change the crew. Yep, they're both in. Oh, guys, what are you doing? Oh, I know where that came from. There was an issue earlier where with the doors and stuff, so she wasn't able to get in. So of course, when she came in, she made a mess. But you guys need to clean that up very, very fast. Just get back in, and I just sort of quick check. Yeah, it looks all good. They can head on their way. And it'll take them a little bit of time to get there. But that's it. Next step is ahead of us. Okay, so we're about half a cycle away to orbit, so we're getting ready to do our Operation Watilla. Meanwhile, we have a water shower happening on this planet, Soilella. And as you can see, everything that falls automatically is going to go down because this is already at the max surface tension, I guess. Not really sure how much it's going to drop, but if we look and see, we can see that it's just constantly feeding it in. So whatever does drop now from every shower, we will end up melting down slowly, and it'll all move down towards the bottom. A bunch of backup water. I lost power on my beacon, so I had a bunch of land just randomly. So later we'll deal with that. Still seems to be melting. I may crack like here to let some more air get in there, which I think will cause it to melt down. These are still all very hot, so it just takes time. Like the crushed ice takes longer. You can see it cools quite rapidly, and then it hits its melting point and stirs into water, flows down. So not sure how I would measure that without tapping the line off and collecting it all. Okay, we are in orbit, and we are ready to start this mission. So the first thing we have to do is go inside and get them some Atmos suit setups going on, because I don't think, I'm very curious to find out, and you know what, I gotta remember to save the game also. I'm very curious to know when they go to the pod, will they put on an Atmos suit, or did they just sort of teleport into it? I think I'm going to try and see if when they like, do they actually exit to go to the pod? I think I'm going to watch and see what happens. So we'll send down Darth first, and we'll deploy him. We're going to land them here. That way I'm going to build the platform over here, and then I got some room this way to work and stuff. So I think we'll just land him right there. Now, let's go look inside. So he does put the suit on. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hopefully these suits are not bad. Okay, so he just left, and then we'll do her, and we'll deploy that one here, and view interior. I guess she's busy. She's got better things to do than go down to the planet. At least I think that. No, it's, she's set up to go. There she goes. Okay. All right. So they should both be down there now. The first one's down there, and Vader is just getting out. And the very first thing you need to do is deconstruct this, as well as we can see a little bit more. But as I expected, we're not seeing a whole lot. I mean, there's oxalite here and so on, but we're not seeing any metal ore of any kind so far. Sandstone, yeah. So I expected to be like this, very limited space. It doesn't matter. What we're going to be building is it can be fine all up in this area. I will start, I think while I'm here, if I have time, I'm going to start building a ladder down to have a look, because I want to find the geysers and make sure that they're wide open. So you need to deconstruct this, Darth. Yep. Now you're here, so let's deconstruct yours. All right, and there you go. Okay, and that will allow us to place a rocket platform. I think we're just going to put it here. They're building that, and now we go back up to our Radbolt rocket, and that's funny, I guess that's what it means, autopilot. I've never seen that. And then we change its destination to here, to Watilla, and we should see, yes, perfect, because the only thing you need a pilot for is to launch the rocket. But pilots add speed to the rocket. So if you don't have a pilot, I believe it moves at half speed at base 0 skill. So you lose the skill of the pilot plus it's 50% speed. So they move very slowly if you don't have a pilot. So even though you do need one if you want to launch it. So we'll get a little bit of a radiation blast. Yeah, that's good. Anyways, we knew that was going to happen. So there's going to be some radiation going on. This could get very messy, but the next thing to do is I want to get some materials, so we can get them on that, because we really probably need to build a ladder for them to have access back up to their ship. I think that'll work enough. I don't even need to give it priority. They have nothing else to do. Double check just to be absolutely sure they're taking their rad pills, because that would be a tragic story. No, they are. They just don't have access right now. So I think we need one more. Yeah. And that should give them access back in. And then the next thing I want to do is I got to get power for this thing, okay, or we're going to have severe issues. So like I say, I believe that there is no meteor showers on this planet, at least on my last gameplay, but it was on the non-spaced out version, like with the big starting asteroid. There was never, on the water planet, there was never any meteor showers at all. So I don't think there is, so I think I'm just going to build a solar panel and hook up wiring as a first step. So they both got access back in. The radiation is intense as well. I may end up building an overhang just to start to block some of it, but I'm not quite sure how what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna go down and work. But step by step. First thing is we need to get some power going. I think we just put one there, and then we will. Do we want to use heavy watt? Probably we do. And we'll make that out of some of the iron ore. And we're going to have to... Also, we're going to have to get this ladder up and over as much as possible so they can reach it. I might have to also build one up here just so they can get at it, so we'll see how they do though. So the issue is that, you know, I only brought 1,000 iron with me, which again, this may end up be where, you know, we get some very basic stuff done and then we have to leave. It is what it is. So we're going to use a little bit of the steel, but as always, we do know one way, and I don't want to do it until I get a beacon down because I don't want the stuff falling into the ocean. But if we can get a beacon up and a little area over here for the beacon, and the launcher is going to eventually just live here, radiate from up here. If we can get that going, then I can start firing materials. So trying to be very limited in, I can also construct these to get lead. So trying to be a little limited on my use here. I didn't really need to build two of them, but at least I'm fleshing it out. I'm going to put another one over here or over here as well. But right now I just got to get this power hooked up, or else they won't be able to long term. This will not function long term if I don't get some power going, because no solar panels for the rocket ship. So dug out this area just so there would be some materials to get some access to. I'm planning to build a lift here. I'm going to put in this simply to start providing a little bit of radiation shelter for when they're working around here. I think we'll just do that much for now. Actually, I want to make sure they finish this wiring first. As well as we will build a mini pod. Yeah, and I think we'll just stick it in here. That's a good home for it. So we got sickness going on, and we knew that was going to happen. We knew it was going to be a rough mission, and that's fine. It is what it is. We'll have them clean up what they can of it.